Hello everybody and welcome to Castle's Corner. You're joining us today for a very special podcast. Today is pre-Cathy's 5K, something she never believed was going to be possible due to her COPD and some wonderful doctors telling her she was incurable.
That's true.
Anyways, we've since fixed the problem and we're on the way to making it go away completely. But we're going to talk about today how excited she is for the race, what she's doing for the race, everything leading up to the race, and kind of in general what you've done with me this past year.
Right.
Because it's
been an adventure.
I asked you this morning to think about it, and you told me it was surprising how much you'd learned this year.
Yes, because I thought about it all day. But I did get my free shirt for tomorrow.
Got the shirt for the race.
Yay!
They didn't have one in my size.
Extra large.
So I'll wear something else. It's fine.
So yeah, when we started this journey, deciding on the 5K, I was very scared about that because I never ran in my entire life. So we started with walking every time I came here to exercise. And the first time I ran was like 2 blocks because my friends were down the street with their dogs. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I can run and still breathe. Not that great, but...
You did it.
So my first quarter miles.
And your friends got to see you do it?
Yes, they were amazed, and they still are. They cheer me on all the time. Thank you, Frank and Larry.
I mean, that was only, I'm not even sure how far that was, but it was
2 blocks maybe?
About 2 blocks, yeah.
But I never ran.
But you got it done.
Yeah.
And then that's where the hope started, I would think.
Right, because then we started on the track, and I used to be so scared about coming here and doing that. Mm-hmm. And I remember finishing the first quarter mile, 3 minutes till I could breathe.
Yeah, took a long time. Actually, it might have been more than 3 minutes. Yep, gasping for air. You felt like you were about to die and suffocate. I mean, again, one of the reasons I actually asked Cathy if she'd be willing to do this and actually talk about her experiences because specifically other people with COPD, but not even that, people who they have this mentality that it's not me, I can't do it for whatever reason. We're going to tell you, she's going to tell you what it takes because, I mean, I don't need to tell you. My results speak for themselves, but she'll tell you what she had to go through. It's not easy.
Well, it's been a lot of support from you. It's been a lot of support from my friends, from, my mother, my best friend Gloria. Everyone cheers me on, and that helps me. Because not being able to breathe and gasping for that air, and you saying, just calm down, take a breath, and I'd say, I can't. But if I could talk, I could breathe, right?
That's what I kept telling you. Listen, if you can yell at me, you can obviously breathe.
Yeah, and I would yell.
Oh, stop lying to me. You can do that. You can breathe. Why don't you focus on breathing instead of yelling at me, telling me that you can't?
Right.
Yeah.
And every time we went there, it was a different technique. Mm-hmm. It was either stretching before, it was, jumping up on the stage before we would run. It was lunges before we would run. And then you said, you know what, I think like you're too exhausted, like you've taken all your energy on this, so let's try this. And we started the 10-10.
I should bring up a point with that actually. Most of what she just said I typically would frown upon, but with every client that I have and everyone that I coach, it doesn't matter if it's online or in person, everyone is so extremely unique in so many ways that you have to try a lot of things with everybody because you have to find, and if you're doing this for yourself, you have to find things that not only interest and engage you, but also are effective for your body, and not everyone responds the same way to everything. So we would do things like we would try to push her VO2 max limit, her kind of her oxygen limit before the run. So during the run, it wouldn't feel so bad. We would do things like breathing techniques, Tumo breathing or Wim Hof breathing before the run, specifically to increase her oxygen retention ability. We would do explosive warm-ups for her muscles specifically. So again, during the run, but all of these things eventually over time You use what works, you take away what doesn't. And again, this
Right.
applies to everyone listening to this. You find what works and you discard what doesn't. I mean, and you will find that works for you is unique to you, but that being said, there is always a best way and a most effective way to do everything. But so spitball and scatter it around, but just make sure that you're not just haphazardly doing things, and also make sure you're tracking when you do things, what did work and what didn't work. So in the case with Kathy,
Like
of course,
even with food.
yeah, I keep extensive notes on everything. You know, she tells me, and I would keep extensive notes. This is what she ate this day. This is how she reacted to this exercise. This is how she reacted to higher reps versus slower reps. And then you track these things, and by having somebody else completely removed from your life, viewing you I view people kind of like cars, viewing you like a car. And
I'm like an old car.
well, you're the classic, I would say, actually.
With good wheels.
The classic. Everybody still wants to drive you. So,
Not necessarily.
well, I wouldn't know. I don't know. But anyways, but you can do it for yourself. But the way that you're going to be forced to do it, if you're doing it for yourself without having somebody assist you, is you really have to take very detailed notes throughout the day as to how your mood changes, what you're eating, and how it affects your digestive system. You have to take very detailed notes. It's difficult to do it alone, but it's not. Of course, you can do it. I mean, I've always done it alone, but it's very helpful to have somebody to spot it from the outside, so to speak, who knows what they're looking for. But anyways,
That's true.
Just want to clarify that.
And every time I go running too, everything mattered, and you added something on every single time.
Mm-hmm.
My shoes, what kind of shoes? You know, did I get them fitted right? The socks, are the socks closed so you don't get rocks and stuff in your shoes, and then you're worried about that instead of running. Your shirt, is it, you know, tight enough? If it's too loose, and everything takes my focus away.
Mm-hmm.
My attention span is very, very short.
Yeah, well, when you began, but that's again something that we trained. Yeah,
Now I can focus for a lot longer than I used to.
Where when you began, and just very briefly, I'll address this. I wanted to make a couple points like this, anyways. But her attention span, and I'm not trying to insult you, dear, but her attention span is very bad.
Yes.
And I'm saying that, and I'm sure all of you listening right here, you're either jokingly thinking, "Oh, haha, mine's not that great either," or you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, mine's fantastic."
No, it was a serious problem.
But that's how most people think. They don't think that they have a problem. You didn't think you had a problem with your attention span. You didn't even like.
I was very happy with my
No,
attention going here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I had to beat into your head that you couldn't focus for more than 5 seconds.
Right.
But again, that's most people. They don't realize that they lack attention and focus. So, guys, if you're listening to this and you think you have good attention, I mean, you probably don't, and you should second guess that and actually check it and see if you can actually have a conversation while keeping your mouth shut and intensely listening to the person. If you can do that, then you have good attention. If you don't, then you can't. It's pretty simple. I mean, if you have a conversation with somebody, you leave the conversation and you don't remember a word the other person said, your attention is shit.
It is
Your
bad.
attention is shit, guys.
And you used to quiz me on that.
Oh yeah, constantly.
And I say, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
No.
Don't ask me any more questions.
No.
Stop it."
No, I won't. But the thing is, you have to be attentive. You have to be focused. You have to be mindful when you're running. So many people, I'll coach or I'll train or even I'll just meet. I know how to run. Everyone knows how to run. No, you have no idea how to run. You really don't have any idea, and you think you do. I don't have any idea why somebody would think that they're educated in how to run and tell me that they know better than I do when, you know, one of us is trained for that and one of us is not. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, if you're mindful and you pay attention to your running, obviously that's called practicing with purpose. And the results are 10 times better if you practice with purpose. They're also 10 times faster, and it goes up like this in a very linear progression, simply because you are practicing very intentionally and very focused. Even if you're running like we were doing for 1 to 3 minutes, but those were a very, very, very focused 1 to 3 minutes. You were concentrating on your breathing, and then I would switch you to concentrating on how you were pulling your feet, switch you to how you were lifting your
my
knees,
legs,
keeping your shoulders relaxed,
getting my arms going,
keeping the forward tilt, and I would keep switching it so you would keep constantly being forced to focus on what your body was doing instead of just letting it run and move in any way that it felt like doing. which is why your running improved so drastically in such a short period
Well,
of
then
time.
it got to the point where I could actually run the track with my eyes closed.
Oh yeah?
Because I knew the track. I knew my legs were going to go. I knew my feet were going to go. I knew my arms were going to go. So then I had to start working on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Gloria with the hypnotherapy helped tremendously by being hypnotized to make my lungs, think about my lungs working constantly as I was running. So now if I didn't have to think about my legs, my feet, my arms, my this, my that, I could focus on my lungs. And that's the only reason I think I could do this 5K. I mean, between that and all my other stuff's automatic.
Well, there's a really, really simple expression that actually sums up everything that you just said. People who don't have confidence, it's very simple. They don't have confidence because they haven't done it enough.
Right.
You have confidence because you've done it. So the old expression is, you get confidence from doing. That's literally the old expression. And anybody you meet who is confident about anything, you can guarantee they've either been hammering on it for years, I mean, or they could just, be a moron. I don't know. That's another option. But generally speaking, they've been hammering on it for years. It's not false confidence, and they are very secure in what they're saying.
Right.
And again, but the only reason they have that is because they have literally just been hammering on it for years. And you should trust those people.
Well, look what you put me through.
Well,
Jesus.
But again, that's why you know you can do it. The training that we've done has been slow and incremental progress.
Yes.
It's been very, very, very measurable. It's
Yes.
been very strategically, again, incremental. And you know damn good and well, with the training we've done, it's actually been harder than this is going to be.
I know, and I have to get that out of my mind.
You've already done the hard shit. This is going to be easy. You know what I mean? Like you've done all the hard work. This will be easy comparatively.
I did go to the before party, so that was fun.
Well, it sounded like fun. Even with COVID, there was, you said all the lines and dividing everybody completely separate.
Well, they took the Macy's store, and it's completely empty. So not Macy's, I'm sorry, Neiman Marcus. So it was a very big store at Galleria. And it's a big place. There were hundreds of people there.
It's going to be a busy run.
It's going to, well, the A1A is the big one on Sunday also. So, but everyone wore their masks and was behaving.
It's nice. People actually do
Even
that.
the Girl Scouts were there.
Selling their cookies.
But nobody was really buying cookies that's running.
Well,
You'd be proud of me. I didn't buy any.
I was going to say, that's simply called social pressure. It's the only reason you fat fucks didn't.
I didn't buy any. I have them mailed to my house. Thank you, Gloria.
What else should we, I don't even know where to begin. Just keep.
It's exciting. Tomorrow's going to be very exciting.
Yeah. It's going to be a milestone for you.
It's going to be a tremendous milestone, and I can't wait to send it to Doc Knockisum and my lung disease doctor, because he has never told me to do the things that I've been doing.
Yeah, I still find that disturbing that he wouldn't even look at the research.
He didn't even know what Wim Hof was.
Again, just disturbing that a medical professional... they can't know everything, understood that they can't know everything, but if it has to do with your specialty, and it's basically public knowledge now, like everybody knows, popular knowledge, you should know what the hell it is, especially, again, if it's proven to help with your patients.
Well, they have those big posters with all those inhalers on there and say, pick what color you want.
Oh, they love selling their medicine. They love selling their medicine.
So tomorrow morning starts at 4 a.m. with some oatmeal, with some toast, with some coffee, with my supplements, and we'll be down there at 6.
Yep.
And we'll come back to you with what happens tomorrow.
It's going to be fun, everybody. I'm going to, I should actually mention, I'm going to do my best to kind of, I don't want to say document it, because I'm not a big fan of just like walking around filming things, but I'm going to try to get some snippets of her doing stuff for the race, and I'll try to put some kind of a video together for all you guys so you can see Kathy.
My mother said you better have a picture of me at the finish line. That's all she wants.
Well, I was hoping to get a video of you crossing the finish line. You better look like you're dying when you're crossing, or else
Don't worry, I will.
You're going to do your best, I swear to God.
Ay.
You have so many people who love you and who are behind you. You're such an inspiration.
And I appreciate every single one of them.
You're just such an inspiration to everybody. And guys, again, I'll keep you updated with the race. We're going to do a post-race podcast in probably a day or two, depending how busy we are. But we'll get back to you.
How tired I am.
Yeah, we're going to get back to you with all the info about this. And, well, if she dies, she dies. But hopefully she won't.
I am not going to die. You promised you wouldn't let me.
I'll carry you. You'll be fine. But anyway, guys, wish her luck, please, in the comments below. Just wish her luck on her journey. And everybody out there, those guys, everyone, you don't think you can. Everybody's got some kind of, excuse. Okay.
No more excuses.
When I met her a year ago, she could barely walk to my table and breathe, speaking to me to deliver my breakfast. Okay. Yes, you can. It just requires the work. That's it. And she has done it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy.
Yay! See you guys later.
Keep tuned, guys.